Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Anise Khalaf, live from Acupuncture Fit, and I'm here today with Paige with FitLiving Eats and Simply Swapped. We firmly believe that food is medicine and medicine is food. Welcome, Carly. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you for being on. And we're super excited today to talk about Carly's Simply Swapped method. So if you've ever been interested in plant-based cooking, please like this, heart this, share this. It is fantastic information, and I'm super excited to dive right in today. So Carly, let us know a little bit about what you specialize in regarding the Simply Swapped method.
So I was trying to think of an easy way to talk about healthy, being simple, being delicious, and that's why I came up with the Simply Swapped method. So really what it is just taking everyday common ingredients and swapping them for a more nutritious upgrade. So it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be trendy, but just something that sticks in people's mind to think, okay, I have this recipe, how can I swap it for something a little bit healthier? Or I'm going out to eat, how can I swap something on the menu for something that's going to make me feel better? So just this idea of swap this for that, but in more modern, upgraded version.
Oh, that's fantastic. And our bodies weren't really made for modern ways of eating. However, Carly has made eating healthy modern. I just love that you said that because, I preach to all my patients that we weren't made to eat out of a bright, colorful box or through a window, right? And that's easy, right? And a lot of people and a lot of patients that I see kind of shy away from healthy cooking and eating because, number one, they think it can be very expensive or they think it's hard, and mainly people just don't know how to do it or even what to do. So that's something that I preach in my practice, and I absolutely love Carly's method. I support it. So again, if you like what you're hearing, please share this, comment on it. We'll personally answer any of the questions that you ask. I'm super excited to dive into this. So I believe there's a couple of steps that you preach, and these are very, very important when it comes to plant-based cooking. That's correct, right?
Yeah.
So maybe if you would just go into a couple of those steps to let the listeners hear how easy this can be, right?
Yeah, definitely. So the best thing about plant-based cooking is that it's so colorful. So fresh and vibrant. So the food really speaks for itself in terms of flavor. So you really don't have to do a lot to it to make a yummy meal. So I am always telling clients to get more leafy greens on their plate, get a variety of colors on their plate, and it could be anything from just roasting a bunch of vegetables with some garbanzo beans, putting it on some spinach, and making a really simple just tahini and lemon juice sauce that you put on the top. 15 minutes from start to finish, but a really filling, insanely delicious meal.
Wow, that's fantastic. And so is this, let's say I'm a super busy mom, right? And I've got a family, and school just started for all of you parents just listening here, or super working, busy dad, I let's say I've got some time during the day while the kids are at school to prep. How easy is it to get ready or to get, let's say, a meal ready for the day or maybe even for the week? And is it sustainable? Does it last?
Yeah.
Is it really possible for a busy business professional, busy parents to do this?
Totally possible. So people ask me all the time, do you actually cook for yourself? Because I cook for a living. And I tell them, you know what, if I don't get it done on Sunday, then the likelihood of me getting a healthy, well-balanced meal is slim to none, because I don't have a lot of time during the week. So I always tell people to start small and look at the week ahead and decide, okay, what meals am I going to have a really hard time fitting in? Is that breakfast? Is it lunch? Maybe you work on an office and you're trying to reduce the amount of time that you're eating out. Or okay, my son has soccer practice on Tuesday and Thursday evening, so we get home really late and I need to have something already prepped. So only prep those meals that you absolutely need. I think when we're talking about meal prepping, people think it's all or nothing, and it's extremely boring because we envision all of these Tupperwares laid out on the counter with exactly the same thing in it.
Right.
And that sounds miserable. Some people love that, but I like food too much. I like flavor, and I want to look forward to my meal. So only prep those foods that are an absolute must so that you don't feel tied to the kitchen on your weekend days, which is when you want to be outside or with your family having fun. But regardless of if you're prepping it or not, writing it down. So write it down, what you're going to make, go to the grocery store, get all of the food that you need so that you're not running to the store on your way home from work on a Monday night and then you have to cook it and then it feels overwhelming. So just being as prepared as you can and then prepping those foods that are like a must-have.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. And Carly does personal cooking classes, group cooking classes, and I've attended them. And coming from somebody that does eat a variety of foods, at Acupuncture Fit, I've transitioned patients from meat eaters to vegan because it's right for their body type or vice versa. I can vouch and say her meals are absolutely delicious. We had these gluten-free tacos that were vegan at your last event that I was at, that blew my mind away. So maybe speak to that if somebody's a little bit concerned or on the fence about trying maybe even for a day or a couple weeks, or we're used to, like I said, eating out of a bright colorful box or through a window. Maybe speak to somebody that might be on the fence on, hey, I've heard about plant-based eating and maybe some of the benefits of trying it out for a week.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I always tell people beyond just plant-based, get back to whole, natural foods, right? That's step number one. So if veganism isn't necessarily your end goal, start one step even more at a beginner level and just get unprocessed and cook more foods at home. And then start experimenting with those ingredients and those recipes and foods. But if you get my cookbook or you go on my Instagram or you come to a cooking class, you'll notice that so many of my recipes are plant-based. And the reason I do that is because I say people have no problem getting meat and cheese on their plate.
Right.
People don't know what to do with plant-based foods, and I want to break people out of that chicken, broccoli, brown rice mentality and make food interesting and delicious and combine different ingredients and flavors together for a really well-balanced meal, meat optional. So I don't think you have to be completely plant-based in order to reap the benefits. Now, everyone's different in that. Every body needs something different. So maybe 100% plant-based is best for you. Right. But if not, the goal is still to get more plant-based foods on your plate and really experimenting with different vegetables and lentils. Those tacos that you had are lentil walnut. But if you're easing into the plant-based thing, you could do half lentil, half ground beef, grass-fed beef. So you can have some lentils with your beef, and they're not all beef. So just kind of, doing half and half and easing your way into it, or just doing a meatless Monday meal, meatless until dinner, people will do a lot of times. And honestly, I think you've had a meatless meal more than you thought. It's just not titled plant-based or meatless.
Wow, that's really, really good. I like the Meatless Monday as your first step, to just try it and kind of see how you feel, right? And it's very important, to start paying attention to your body. That's exactly what I tell every patient. It's food journal. If you got a headache all of a sudden, well, think about what you just ate the last meal or the day before. Was it in excess of a lot of hot ginger, right? Because that might not be good for you. Or was there a lot of raw, so maybe you should eat something steamed if your stomach wasn't able to digest it. So it's all things that we go into over here at our practice at Acupuncture Fit, and why I love to collaborate with experts like Carly. So Carly, I hear your passion. It's just totally exuding through the camera here. I know it's everybody watching. We're getting a lot of likes and shares. Thank you so much, Will and Lindsay, for watching. Again, please like this, heart this, and share it with your friends and your family if you like this. So Carly, how did you get into this?
Good question. So I always used to say, man, I wish I had one of those stories where I had some type of disease or some big health issue. And honestly, it started with a 30-day smoothie challenge. And for 30 days, I did a well-balanced, healthy smoothie, a challenge I signed up for online, and I noticed how much better I felt, and I just wanted to keep going. So what I always tell people is I was following a traditional healthy American diet and paying more attention to the marketing on packages than what was really in my food. And when I started to get more mindful about how this food made me feel, then it just created an entire ripple effect in my life that went beyond my plate and has allowed me to create a holistic life that I am so in love with. And when I experienced that, I wanted to share it with other people. And so I switched my job from marketing and became a health coach and chef and have never looked back.
Life changing. That is just wonderful and very inspiring. So if listeners are hearing this and they want to create that same ripple effect in their life, what's the best way to reach out to you and find you and just kind of hear more about what you do?
Yeah, well, so I brought this with me. My cookbook, Simply Swapped Every Day, just launched on Amazon.
Yeah, let's hold this
week.
up.
Yeah.
Right.
So this week only, people are getting free shipping and signed copies. And so in the book, there is kind of a lifestyle guide of simple tips and swaps that you can make outside of the kitchen for a healthier you. And then also a complete guide to everyday ingredients and swaps you can make in the kitchen. And then beyond that, there's over 75 recipes that are very nutritious, easy to make, delicious, and a lot of them are inspired by the foods that I grew up on that I wanted to make healthy because I wanted to eat these foods every day.
Yeah.
So black bean and spinach enchiladas,
Ooh.
sweet potato double chocolate brownies that taste like the Ghirardelli brownie box mix. I kid you not.
Wow.
They're so good. So they're recipes that are easy, they're comfort food, they're the foods that you know and love, that kids love, that families love, that you can incorporate into your everyday. And the comment that I get from people who have the book is, this is one that I've actually taken from my bookshelf and it has a permanent spot in my kitchen. And they take pride in like food getting over the pages, and they take it to the grocery store with them. So you can check out my book on Amazon, Simply Swapped Every Day. And then, of course, you can always check out my website, FitLivingEats.com, and follow me over on Instagram at FitLivingEats, where I share a lot of healthy recipes and behind-the-scenes how-to and different healthy guides and inspiration.
And I think when we first met, it blew my mind with it. You even have a program to clean out a pantry to help patients learn how to shop, even to start there. So yeah, go check Carly out, FitLiving Eats, her new book on Amazon. Signed copy, go over there and order it, Simply Swapped. It's incredible, the feel, the look, the quality.
It's so soft you could sleep on it.
Okay, time for a nap. So this has just been great. Carly, thank you so much for being on here today. Yeah, you're very welcome. So I want to thank you again for watching, everybody. Again, if you like what you're hearing, share this, heart this, spread the word of health. We firmly believe that food is medicine and medicine is food. My name is Dr. Anise Khalaf, joined with my special guest today, Carly Paige, with her new book, Simply Swapped. So go get it on Amazon. And until next month, we'll see you then. Have a nice day.